Brock Purdy. Yeah, first time you actually face some adversity. Holy crap. And the Chiefs are... Let's go. NFL Christmas recap, guys. Yeah, that was a pretty wild day.
Jackson is going into the end zone. And I think Jackson slipped over the umpire.
Coach coached this guy in high school, at Long Beach Poly, and at Arizona State. And boy, what a great decision to bring him in.
It's Christmas in Kansas City, and there's the man in the red suit on Christmas Day. And who's out to play the role of the Grinch? In fact, more than that, it's 8:40 and counting on this drive as they attempt this short kick. And a kick is back over Isaiah.
Tyreek Hill? No, it's Pacheco.
And now he's going to fake it to Mahomes. Pacheco trying to find it. He does. Touchdown. Look at this. Ball's on the ground. Ball's on the ground. It's picked up by the Raiders. Do they have a touchdown with Nichols? Mahomes throws, and he's picked off. And this one's going back for a touchdown. 2 steps, 2 defensive, 3rd and 3. Coming after him again. Oh, Houdini game. And he gets it to the rocket-armed holder in Hunter. Oh, it's no good. He missed his first of the season last week. Carlson's kick is good, and the Raiders go up 13. Set up a screen for Edwards-Helaire. Contact on him at the 38. He's able to break it. And shoved out of bounds at the... Here is this critical 4th and goal. To the end zone, and no flag. Hobbs on the coverage of Rice. 2nd and 6.
Underneath.
Got time in the pocket for once, and he's got a man open at the 35. Richie James. 3rd and goal. Pressure from behind. Oh, somehow got away to the end zone, and it's caught for the touchdown. Justin Watson.
Seat's huge too. I mean, if you could somehow get there.
There's a 2nd and 4. The Raiders have a new 2nd down and a whole lot more as White rips up the big run and all.
And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fight NFL. Of course, please like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy the 2023 NFL Christmas recap. Obviously, Jack Jones did steal Christmas against the Chiefs, of course, with a 20-14 upset win. The Raiders go to 7-8, keep their slim playoff hopes alive. Probably should pull that up. There we go. There we go. Alright. What the hell? Okay, now we're back into it, but whatever. Yeah, they moved to 7 again. Very slim playoff chances. It's like 3%, right? Yeah, it's actually 11%. They can actually get in, so, yeah. But obviously the Chiefs, they can kiss their #1 seed hopes, goodbye. Again, 2nd straight, again, they, first season, again, they were 1 seed last year. Not going to repeat as 1 seeds this year. Fall to 9-6. This is the worst record under Patrick Mahomes. Most losses he's ever had as a starter in the NFL. So, yeah, this Chiefs season has been a complete disaster. I mean, not complete disaster. Like, again, they're still pretty decent, like, overall. But, yeah, the offense sucks. You could obviously see that. Of course, they give up 2 defensive touchdowns. And they didn't screw up those 2 plays. They would have won this football game. Even if it was, like, yeah, like, I don't know, 20-6. I don't know. They won. They lost 20-14, though. Raiders offense... Well, Aiden O'Connell didn't complete a pass after the first quarter, and they still won the game. So, yeah, that kind of tells you what type of game it was for them. But, yeah, of course, the Raiders go to Indy next week trying to spoil their playoff hopes like they did a couple years ago. Chiefs, in their end, they go to, what is it called? They're playing Cincinnati next week at home, their last home game. They've actually lost 3 straight at home, too. Zamir White was awesome, though, 145 yards. Of course, that capped off by that game-clinching run. He had a very good game, all things said. Again, only a couple carries where he got completely stuffed. But outside of that, he had a really good game against some big runs. Receiving-wise, I mean, there's really nothing to talk about. Like, 9 completions is crazy. But for this defense, obviously, Nate Hobbs was a menace against the run, had 11 tackles. Robert Spillane was really good in coverage, too, 11 tackles. Divine Diablo was really good at setting the edge. Amik Robertson, also a menace in coverage, at 8 tackles. Malcolm Kuntz had 3 sacks. Did not expect that. Jack Jones, of course, with that pick 6. Adam Butler had the sack. Bilal Nichols had the scoop and score. Yeah, this defense was pretty darn good. I don't think it was all of them, though. I think it was, again, they were just basically doing what they normally do, and they were just waiting for the Chiefs to screw up. And for that, Patrick Mahomes pressed big time in this game. Of course, he had that bad interception. He ran around like a chicken with his head cut off. 27-44 though, 235. Touchdown late, and then obviously again the pick 6. And I don't know what the hell they were doing on that what is called scoop and score play. That was just a complete mess. The running game was bad. I mean, they didn't really try to run the ball either. I mean, Clyde Edwards-Helaire again when he caught the football, he was actually kind of crazy. But yeah, their running game was complete trash until Isaiah Pacheco came out. Rashee Rice couldn't get open. Richie James made some good plays in that last drive. Travis Kelce dropped like 4 passes. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, again, he had one good play. Christian Watson caught the touchdown, but outside that, again, no one did anything. Like, even Justin Ross, I didn't see any of him. Yeah, no one did anything receiver, guys. This was a complete disaster for this Chiefs offense. And they'll probably go 1 and done in the playoffs. But for this defense, a sack from Chris Jones is really all to talk about. That they did a good job against the run. Again, no huge holes. Their tackling could have been a little better, though. I mean, they did do a really good job in coverage, though. This defense got completely worn down, though. Like, it's not all their fault. Of course, Harrison Butker missing that chip shot hurt them as well. Again, complete mess for the Chiefs. Despite outgaining by over 100 yards, again, the 2 turnovers were really the difference in this football game, guys, because the Chiefs are definitely a better team than the Raiders, that's for sure. It's just their offense couldn't get anything going, and the Raiders took advantage of the mistakes the Chiefs made. Alright, but this Raiders offense don't get blown out like 2 years ago. Nope. Devontae Hunter-Renfrow didn't do anything. Yeah, Josh did not play, but of course, Zamir White running the offense basically it got them the win. Offensively, though, completely honest, guys, they scored 6 points. I'll give them 5 minuses. They did absolutely nothing. Again, good last drive with Zamir White, but guys, the offense was terrible in this game. There's no way around it. Like, there's no way in hell they should have won this game. But their offense, I guess, didn't screw up. I'll give them 4 minuses. But 6 points, you should get at your absolute butts kicked. But this defense, they forced 2 turnovers, and they obviously made Patrick Mahomes make mistakes, and that's really what happened. This defense, again, made it really frustrating on that Chiefs offense. It's really all you can ask for. Again, they got 2 touchdowns. They basically outscored the Chiefs offense. Yeah, I'd be really happy if I was a Raiders fan. 8 pluses. Again, that was probably one of the better performances we've seen from them in a little bit. Great game, guys. Now let's talk about the Chiefs. All right, Chiefs. So, again, you at some point, this offense has to just be said that they suck. Like, there's no way around it. Like, the Chiefs offense stinks right now. Obviously, Mahomes was bad on Christmas for the first time in his first game. They did not have 400 yards. They did not have 40 points. Again, they just completely screwed themselves over. If they just went, didn't try to make as many big plays, simply just hit the underneath crap, gain yardage after yardage, don't make any big mistakes, you'll win this football game. They weren't able to do that, which is crazy. So, offensively, extremely disappointing. I got to give them 6 minuses. The reason they're not anything lower than that, though, probably 7 minuses, because they at least gained a little bit of yardage, but that doesn't mean much at all. Defensively, though, they were really good. They did exactly what they needed to do. Yeah, last drive wasn't good, but again, it doesn't matter when you get the ball raining down your throat and you guys are completely worn out. For this defense, though, they did exactly what you needed them to. Offensively, though, again, the 2 defensive touchdowns is just inexcusable. That is all I got for a disappointing Chiefs team. Now let's get to the second game, Giants and Eagles. Dang, was this actually pretty entertaining.
Tommy DeVito about to get his first taste of this great rivalry. It is the Giants trying to duplicate it. Nobody can do it like these guys can. Got it with the assist. Hurts into the end zone. 17th year in the NFL with a 52-yarder. And it's like riding a bike. Smith comes in motion. High snap through Hurts' hands. Able to get to it. Able to throw it. And they're going to get a first down out of it. Considering it. That's a 28-yarder for Elliott, and that penalty didn't hurt him. Second down and 10, just a 3-man rush. Hurts with time, Smith's and that's how his first half comes to a close. Short kick, and a return here from Boston Scott. Runs into the line, there's the kiss, and the Giants have the ball. Taylor. Barkley again has a touchdown. That is picked up. Adoree Jackson changing the game. Hurts in pursuit. Will not get him. Game skid. 3rd down and a mile. Hurts steps up and delivers. Oh, perfect strike. Will that change things for the Eagles? Swift makes a move. Finds the end zone. Touchdown Eagles. The throw. Incomplete. Right. 2nd and 5. Deep shot. Is in. Touchdown Giant. Swift again. Over the top. Squirts it into the 48. Elliott looking for his 4th make of the day, and he's got it. As automatic as they come. Tyrod Taylor. Looking for a Christmas miracle.
losing streak with a shaky 33-25 win over the New Jersey Giants, who get eliminated from the playoffs with this loss. Eagles, again, snapped 3-game losing streak, but yeah, they got the Cardinals at home before they play the Giants again, so I guess this is pretty good. They have a chance of getting the 1 seed now. Giants, again, they're eliminated, but they have the Rams next week, so they, again, last 2 games are at home. They have a chance to be a home spoiler down the stretch. For the Giants, though, obviously Tommy DeVito got benched, and then Tyrod Taylor came in. He wasn't super accurate, but he was definitely a big spark. Of course, the interception on that last play, but he did have 133 yards and the 70-yard bomb to Darius Slayton, which was basically this whole team's passing game. Of course, Darren Waller did make 2 big catches on the final drive. Saquon wasn't exactly efficient by any means running the football, but he did have that touchdown and also had some good runs on the in that second half. Offensively, the first half, they were completely dead. They had one okay drive for the field goal, but outside of that, the offense looked terrible. Then, obviously, they got some turnovers and did score on those drives. So, again, Tyrod Taylor did make this offense do something, though. But, like, total yardage was not there. But for this defense, Bobby Okereke was good at 10 tackles. Didn't do again. He did get pulled up again once on against the run. Again, that's really this Eagles offense showing what they can do. But obviously they're wildly inconsistent, so they weren't able to do it too much. But yeah, that was basically about all I got for Bobby Okereke. Xavier McKinney, I think could have definitely done a better job. Again, once the receiver caught the football, again, let's go stopping some of those yak yards. But again, in coverage, like straight up, he was fine. 10 tackles, half a sack. Deontay Banks was decent in man. Of course, got burned on that 1 touchdown to Devontae Smith. Adoree Jackson had the big pick 6. Really, that kept his team in the game. Jahad Ward, the other half of that sack. Again, they got a little bit of pressure, but again, it was just basically just sitting back waiting for again, they had some nice blitzes. It was more just, again, the Eagles making a ton of mistakes. Oh yeah, if you didn't know, Mason Crosby's now their kicker, so yeah, that's interesting. He had a 52-yarder. For the Eagles, though, Jalen Hurts, again, he wasn't exactly good by any means. Again, he did miss some reads here and there, but again, when it came down to it, on 3rd down, he was great. Of course, he had that big touchdown to start the game, and he also broke the touchdown, rushing touchdown record for a quarterback with that, what is it called? Tush push. 15 total rushing touchdowns in the season. Giannis Swift had 92 yards and a touchdown as well. Again, this running game really got going. A lot more explosive than we're used to seeing, which is what you really need from this Eagle running game. Obviously, Kenneth Gainwell also had some nice runs, too. You want to give the Boston Scott the football next time you play the Giants, though, because I have a feeling you're going to need them. A.J. Brown was good in that 4th quarter, 6 for 80. Obviously, Devontae Smith had the 36-yarder and also made some other catches. Dallas Goedert, again, he's their best receiver, 7 for 71, at least the past couple of weeks. Of course, Grant Alcantara caught that crazy play on, 4th and 1 where Jalen Hurts, flipped it up. It was such a dud, but he did make something out of it. Defensively, though, Shaq Leonard back to his big play self, 7 tackles and a sack. Kelly Ringo had, of course, the interception. He was okay in coverage. Again, he got burned a couple times, but whatever. Reed Blankenship is not a free safety. I'll keep telling you that. Again, I don't care how good he is. It's, what is it called? Making tackles in the open field. If he can't cover and simply he can't turn his hips fast enough because, again, his hip fluidity is trash, you can't have him playing that deep. Outside of that, though, again, they didn't really have any guy that made a ton of pressure. I mean, some guys won't run off the bat. Like, Hassan Reddick had some nice reps, but, Jordan Davis, Fletcher Cox weren't too crazy. Actually, Jalen Carter was fine, though. Jake Elliott also had 4 field goals. For the total stats, so the Eagles did have 465 total yards, which is good. Also 170 on the ground. They also had the ball for a lot longer, 2-to-1 turnover ratio, though. Kind of kept them, what is called Giants in the game, forced that kickoff miscue as well to open the half. Yeah, it wasn't a clean game for the Eagles, but again, overall, the underlying stats were good in this football game. Again, they just got to put it all together and, again, finish these teams out and really put they're hurting on them. Because, again, if they can blow out the Cardinals and Giants next 2 weeks, 2 easy wins, they'll be fresh for the playoffs, which is exactly what you need if you're an Eagles fan. And also, they do have a shot at getting the 1 seed. Of course, right now they are the 3 seed technically because, again, the Lions have a better conference record. But if they're able to win and the Lions, I don't know, just drop 1 game against the Cowboys, yeah, they could get the 1 seed. I don't know, Niners, they need the Niners to drop the game, but the Eagles have actually a pretty good shot at getting the 1 seed. Not a great shot, but a pretty good shot. Alright, for the Giants offense, Saquon did not have a 75-yard touchdown, but he did make a couple big plays. Obviously, they did have a 70-yard touchdown. Tommy Collins did not get sacked 7 times. I actually got to give some credit to that Giants offense. They were able to get the ball out really quick with those with that Eagles pass rush, and they only gave 1 sack. The Giants O-line played really well, everything, again, collectively. Offensively, though, obviously, they only had 200 total yards, so it was not the greatest game, but they did take advantage of their opportunities, and they didn't have any bad turnovers. Yeah, they had some terrible play calls on 4th down for sure, but overall, this Giants offense, I don't think they had the worst game. I'll probably actually just give them 2 minuses. Again, their defense is really the reason they were in this game, though. Again, they had some crucial big turnovers. Obviously, they had the pick 6. But, again, making big-time plays. Again, they did get kind of boat raced by the Eagles at some points in this game, but the Eagles are a much more talented team than them. I'll still give them 2 pluses because, again, they came down to the last play if you didn't realize it. So, Giants defense, great job. Again, their offense wasn't bad, but, again, they just weren't good enough to win this football game. So, Giants defense overall played a decent game. Now, let's look at the Eagles. For Philly, obviously, the underlining numbers are decent. Obviously, Jalen's, he was decent on the first hitch. Not always, but, yeah. They didn't run the ball a lot with gap concepts. Obviously, got some really good holes as well, not just straight-up walls. And they did have 30-plus points as well. So, offensively, again, it was definitely not a smooth game, but they did do a decent job, I guess, so I'll probably give them 2 pluses, too. But, yeah, they have a lot of stuff to work on if they want to really prove themselves. Because, again, against these better teams, they're going to get, like, crushed. Defensively, again, they did have some big plays. That was really the one issue. And, also, I don't think they were, like, doing anything crazy. But they did do a decent job, I guess. Again, their coverage was sometimes okay. I'll probably give them an equal sign. The Eagles didn't play, obviously, their best game. Offensively, definitely better in the past couple weeks. But for this defense, I mean, again, the Giants' offense isn't exactly great. So, I mean, you did play okay. Like, you didn't get absolutely crushed. But, yeah, this defense could definitely have been better. Now, let's get to the game of the year here with the highlights from it.
Chris and company. Purdy, Kittle, first down plus, there he goes. Getting a block. And down inside the 30. They're taking the ball inside the 20. Purdy, end zone, he's picked. Intercepted by Hamilton. On Zay Flowers. Jackson is going into the end zone. 45-yard try. Field goal is a minute left in the quarter, and the Ravens are on the board as the GOAT. First down, inches inside the 38. This one is batted into the air and into the arms of Humphrey. Edwards has been the guy down here. Gets it and gets it. Touchdown Ravens. With Hamilton, he gets picked up, and they're going to throw a flag on that. Purdy is spinning around. There are 2 flags on the play. This is another pick. High snap. Kick is perfect. 2 scoring defenses going at it here tonight. Second down and 2, and McCaffrey breaks out. First down and goal. Here's McCaffrey. He's got it. Touchdown 49ers, and McCaffrey's got his 21st of the year. Ravens to make the field goal try easier on Tucker. Jackson will do just that and get the first down. Still. And this is a 4-point game. He's got Edwards. And Gus Edwards off to the races. Warner is there. And getting goal. Jackson buys time to the end zone for a touchdown, Aguilar. Rice in the house tonight. Here's another pick. That's Patrick Queen. And Queen will not go down. Big toss. Jackson, end zone. Flowers for the touchdown. .21 game. The former Jet fires, end zone touchdown to Ronnie Bell. Against the 49ers, 4th and goal. End zone shot, another interception.
And Baltimore shocks the Niners and everyone really with a 33-19 dominating win again of the top 2 teams in the entire NFL. Ravens win their 5th straight to really get in a good spot to winning the AFC. Of course, the reason I say that is because even if they lose next week, they're probably getting the 1 seed. I don't know, maybe they'll lose to the Steelers, but the Ravens could have a chance to be sitting their starters in Week 18 if they're just able to knock off the Dolphins at home. They are in a very good spot, and they look scary. They're the best team in the league, too, of course, with this game being a battle of the best 2 teams in the league. Niners really get handled for the first time like this all season. Of course, you can't say that game against Cincinnati back in Week 8 was similar to this game, but the difference I'll say is that, again, the 49ers didn't have all their horses in that game. They did in this game. And simply the fact the Ravens defense, they took every opportunity they could get. Obviously, they won a lot of rest precept. Mike McDonald should be a head coach next year. That is how well he called this game. That's really the reason the Ravens won this game. Obviously, they have a ton of talent on that defense, but I'm completely honest, guys. Mike McDonald did a great job of making it hard for Brock Purdy to get the ball out quick right away. It was a lot of him taking away his first and his second and even his third read at times and making him run around or basically press. It wasn't obviously all Mike McDonald, but Mike McDonald was awesome in this game. For Lamar, though, obviously you're going to say, MVP. He played really well, 23-35, 252, 2 touchdowns. Simply didn't let the make too many mistakes, but he's going to have to pop off next week, in my opinion, for him to actually win MVP. Again, there really is no, true favorite. Honestly, Ravens, Dolphins will be a very good indicator of that. The running game, it was okay. I mean, Justice Hill had a couple of nice carries. Of course, Gus Edwards a touchdown. Lamar, of course, season-long 31-yard run, of course, where he scrambled there. But, yeah, offensively, again, the running game wasn't too great. But, yeah, Lamar just was very efficient. Zay Flowers was good, 9 for 72 and a touchdown. Isaiah Likely made some nice catches. Of course, Gus Edwards that 39-yard screen. Nelson Aguilar caught a touchdown, too. It was really good, just the offense stepping up in some certain spots. They were definitely not world-beating by any means, though. Defensively, obviously, when you get 5 interceptions, you did a pretty good job. Obviously, Brendan Urban with 2 sacks is crazy. Kyle Van Noy and Jay Van Clowney also had sacks. Again, Mike McDonald did a really good job scheming these guys up. Obviously, in the secondary, though, he put a lot on Kyle Hamilton's shoulders, a ton. And Kyle Hamilton was on borderline unbelievable. He's definitely a first-team All-Pro this year. He's been the best safety in the league by a mile. 5 tackles, 2 interceptions. He showed up big time in this game. Not just the 2 picks, but every single play. He was making some type of impact. Obviously, though, Justin Tucker hitting 4 field goals helped. For the Niners, though, obviously, Brock Purdy, there's really only one thing you can say. It's that the next couple weeks, you'll find out what type of stuff this guy's made of. Obviously, not next week because they're playing the Commanders, which they'll probably put up 55 on them because they're going to know how bad their defense is. But then they got to play the Rams. That'll be very interesting because, again, if Brock Purdy's really legit, if we want, what is he made of, again, facing adversity, we'll see against that Rams team. Ravens, obviously, though, they got to play the Dolphins next week, probably for that #1 seed. Yeah, 4 interceptions is not great for him, though. Obviously, the first one was bad. He pressed big time, though. Lost a lot of confidence. But, again, we'll find out what he's made up in the next couple of games. Because, again, this is not the make-or-break game like some people make it out to be. Sam Darnold's touchdown pick, of course, in garbage time. Again, Sam Darnold basically came in for Brock because Brock really got benched, if you want to put it like that. CMC, only can give him the ball 14 times. But, again, he had a touchdown. I guess you saved his legs, I guess. George Kittle had a pretty big game, 126. Brandon Ayuk had some nice catches. Had some big catches. Debo, hard-fought yards. That's how I'll put it with those 47. Also, Ronnie Bell caught a touchdown. Defensively, though, they really didn't play that bad. I just don't think they contained Lamar super well. And on some of those touchdowns, they were just complete meltdown in the secondary. So, overall, they actually weren't too trash. It's just, again, it was a lot in the red zone. They just were not prepared. Team stats, though. Niners had actually more yardage, ironically. But again, when you turn over the ball 5 times, it's hard to win football games. That's just the simple truth about it. Yeah, Niners, you can't do that again if you want to win the Super Bowl. But yeah, again, best 2 teams in the league. The Ravens just, again, overcame the Niners, and the Niners completely melted down. Time for the keys to the game grades, though. Obviously, it puts the Niners in a tough spot because, again, if they want the 1 seed, they're going to have to win out. Again, beat the Rams and the Commanders. So we'll see how that goes. But for the Ravens offense, 35 plus rushing attempts specifically, blah, 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 blah. They kind of ran the ball. I wouldn't say they ran the ball well, though. Lamar over 200 through the air, yup, and 70-plus yards play. No, it was just basically Lamar running all over the place. Because, again, those 3 points actually probably a lot more crucial than you might make it out to be. For this offense, though, they did a good job. I'll give them 3 pluses. Again, they did put up 33 points, but it wasn't like they were the ones putting up points. They simply just didn't mess up. But obviously the defense was the stars of this game. Roquan and Patrick Queen, and they had no RPO game. That is the Niners, because Roquan and Patrick Queen just completely took away every hole. And when they tried to run the football with that, it just completely didn't work. Because again, the interior of that defensive line of the Ravens is completely just dominating, and obviously makes CMC bounce all out of runs directly outside sometimes, but usually he was able to cut up a little bit. Obviously, he didn't have a crazy great game, but they didn't do a great job on him. And they made it really hard on those Niners O linemen to actually figure out ways to what is called block consistently, which is never good if you're an offensive line. So yeah, this Ravens defense, obviously, I'll give them like A+. Huge props to them. Yeah, that was crazy. They're the best defense in the league, and they showed it big time in this one. Now let's talk about the Niners. So obviously they didn't score 40 points. Brock, again, he completely imploded. Again, pressed big time in this one. And CMC did not break any records, but he was still pretty good. And the big boys, they completely, again, failed, like, the whole entire offense. Like, they were not good. Again, you could talk about how, like, the zone blocking completely went to crap because, again, of how much the Ravens were switching up their alignments, especially in 3-tech. It made some of those, the Niners guards extremely vulnerable. But it's more the fact that these guys have got to be able to adjust. Again, get off the line a little clearer, get off a little slower. Adjust the way you're going to, again, use your leverage. Again, you're always going to have leverage one way or another if you're an offensive lineman. So, the fact that they weren't able to do that is really disappointing. But obviously, offensively, Brock Purdy melted down. It was a complete mess. I'll have to give them 7 minuses. That's the worst they played all year. Yeah, they still had 430-something yards of offense, but they're supposed to do that. So, like, yeah. But defensively, don't get boat raced. They didn't get boat raced on the edge. They actually did do a good job there. Fred Warner really struggled with tackling Lamar Jackson. In coverage, he was fine, though. Demetrius Flowers was not playing the Sam Darnold. He was nowhere to be seen. He got blocked up a lot there. It was not good to see. But yeah, this Niners offense again pretty disappointing. But defense, I don't think they were completely trashed out. I'll probably give them like 4 minuses. They definitely could have been better for sure, like forcing a turnover, momentum, stuff like that. But they didn't exactly like get like completely destroyed. So if you're a Niners fan, definitely not the best performance you've ever seen from them. But yeah, not the greatest, obviously. Again, just big disappointment. But just beat the Rams in Week 18. You should have that 1 seed in that first round bye, which is exactly what you guys need. And with that, that's all I got for the end of 2023 NFL Christmas recap. Obviously, a lot of stuff happened. I'll have the NFL Power Rankings tomorrow for you guys. Again, going into Week 17. The penultimate regular season Power Rankings. But with that, that's all I got for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, see you tomorrow.